OK, well, moving on, we've got The Guardian again, and the communist elites who rule over us have found a new way to punish the people who generate wealth in society, Paul.
Yeah, we'll find out if this ever comes to fruition. The G20 group of the world's most powerful countries is exploring plans for a global maximum tax.
Minimum
tax.
They've already got a maximum.
They have got a maximum tax.
Mathematically, we could calculate that one.
This is for the world's 3,000 billionaires, by the way, to prevent a race to the bottom, and has enabled the super rich to pay less tax. Now, I don't think... I mean, it sounds rather lovely. Sounds like an ideal view of the world, and perhaps the Guardian believe this too, and the billionaires probably could pay a little bit more. However, I don't think it's going to happen for two reasons. One thing, billionaires are cleverer than politicians, so it doesn't matter if there's 20 of them in a room, billionaires are going to outsmart them. And also, billionaires prop up every single one of those leaders. Yeah. So there's no way that this is going to happen. If it happens in some form, then they would have already figured out the loopholes to go through at the back. So ultimately, I don't think you're ever going to get through this unless you make the whole world communist, which is almost what you want.
Oh, I love the idea. Well, I don't love tax, but I love other people paying tax.
Yeah, exactly.
The idea of billionaires chipping in. I don't think it doesn't sit right that billionaires can pay a lower rate than people on minimum wage. But it's the G20. We need to remember that. So that 21st country is just going to drop out its tax rate, and all the money's going to go in there. So it will be impossible to chase this. Was it this week? There was the first private mission to the moon. You know what rich people are like? They probably opened a bank there now because they love keeping their money offshore, off-planet. Yeah, it broke a leg when it landed, but there is now a private lander on the moon. You call it a bank, and that's where the money's going to be, isn't it? But they're after billionaires. I'm not sure billionaires are the people who hoard the wealth in the same way. The ones we see are the ones who do stupid projects. They spend tons on going into space and all the other stupid things.
But that's pushing the boundaries of human endeavour.
I'm in favour of it. It gets money. Stupid billionaires are the best thing to get money back into circulation. Yeah. It's the millionaires who just keep it.
And also, billionaires are really good and efficient at allocating capital. That's how they became billionaires in most cases, unless they inherited it. Like Elon Musk, has pretty much built himself up and he's made amazing businesses. So, from my point of view, we should tax poor people who are obviously rubbish at money and give the money to the billionaires who will use it wisely to generate wealth and advance humanity.
Good news, that's already happening.
It's not happening. It's not happening.
The gap between the rich and the poor is getting wider, so you'll eventually get your utopia.
No, the inequality doesn't mean that poor people are paying more tax. That just means that poor people are still bad at earning
Poor people
money.
are getting poorer because the value of money drops and they still have a small amount.
No, but I mean, money's always a sort of fungible, flexible token. So, I mean, inflation affects everybody. The value of everybody's money drops.
The worth of anything is how much you can outbid someone else for.
OK.
So if billionaires can buy, something like there's a handful of people who own 40% of all the assets in the world. They make the rest of us poorer by being so rich.
No, they don't. They make us richer. Elon Musk makes us richer by making things that provide value to us. Somebody buys a Tesla, that provides immense value to them. Starlink, anything that he makes that they use, that's generating value, generating wealth in the world. I think we should slash welfare and hand all that money to billionaires. It's the only thing that makes sense.